you're working with the metabolites, right? And what colors can you currently create at Michroma?
Right now, we are focused on producing red because red is one of the most used, actually, it's the most used color in the food and cosmetic industry. And that's where we are targeting those two markets. Red is also related to a lot of problems. The petroleum-based red is related to a lot of problems related to health concerns. So that's why we started with red, but we can also produce orange and yellow right now. And our idea is not just to produce these three colors that are 90% of the food dyes currently used, but to have a whole spectrum of colors. We know that fungi have a lot of colors, that they can produce a lot of metabolites. And actually, we know only about 5% of all fungi on Earth. That's an estimation. So the potential that is related to producing other colors or other stable colors, because that's the challenge, right? Um, is huge, and not only molecules that are color, but also flavors, fragrances, and all these ingredients. That's what we want to do at Microma. We want to create a biotech platform to produce next generation natural ingredients, and not only colors, but in the future also flavors and fragrances using fungi as biofactories.
So can you walk our listeners through kind of the process of how this works? Is it grown in a big bioreactor and you just add different chemicals to it and see how it reacts? How does this process work without disclosing, any proprietary information?
Of course. So we have a wide collection of filamentous fungi. And in this collection, we select the ones that we think that are better suitable for our process. Right now, we are not working with all of them, even though we did a lot of research on them. We are working with one strain, and we are creating our own proprietary industrial strain with it. What we want to do is make that strain produce all the colors in the future and produce it in a really, really high yield so we can replace the petroleum-based dyes. We are using that strain and we are brewing it in bioreactors. So similar to the production of beer, it's not like a pharmaceutical product, but more like a beer, basically. And we are making the fungi produce the color and secrete it to the media. So after a downstreaming process, a filtration, we get a fungi, a biomass, and a color media that we can dry or we can concentrate depending on the use. Because, for example, for cosmetics, it's better to have a dry powder. For food applications, maybe it's better to have a concentrated liquid. So it depends on what the company that are going to use it needs.